Good morning, guys, and happy 4th of July. That's right, today's July 4th, and what are we doing, Sherry?
Going to Talkeetna.
We are going to Talkeetna. Talkeetna is a town about 2 hours north of Anchorage. It's kind of that picturesque little town. There's been rumor that it's the town that the TV show Northern Exposure was based on. So today they have a little kind of small town parade, 4th of July celebration, and it is also the town's centennial celebration. 2016 is their centennial year. So there should be a lot of stuff going on. Now, if you're wondering why I have this kind of wonky hat on, the hat is of the Cache Creek Lodge in Trapper Creek, Alaska. It is a lodge my family owned in the 80s. It's where I grew up. Well, I at least lived a number of years out there in Trapper Creek, and it's right across the river from Talkeetna. So where we're going is kind of the area that I grew up in. It's an area that I really love and spent a lot of time in, and I thought if we're celebrating the centennial, I need to represent the Cache Creek Lodge. Play ball! So if you can see a lot of these trees, they just look like black sticks. It's because a couple of years ago there was a huge forest fire that came through this whole park, and the trees still have not grown back. So we are here in Talkeetna. We are at the softball field. This was probably the center of activity for times that we came to Talkeetna growing up. My dad was involved in the Trapper Creek Softball Association and team. Talkeetna, the teams here were the arch enemies of Trapper Creek. As a kid, I spent countless hours as the bat boy keeping score right here on this field. So this is downtown Talkeetna, Alaska. Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
See the Roadhouse right here, one of the best restaurants, Mountain High Pizza Pie. And of course, that's a Talkeetna taxi. So we're starting our time in Talkeetna by ordering Talkeetna spinach bread. It's spinach, cheese, garlic, served hot and toasty on a hearty spent grain bread, and it is absolutely delicious. This could not look better. Now, Sherry, you've never had this, right?
I don't think so.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the initial bite of spinach bread for Sherry.
It's really good.
Really hot?
Hot.
So here we are in beautiful downtown Talkeetna. You can see people are starting to line up for the parade. I really love that across the street, this old prospector looking like rugged Alaskan guy, big white beard, Carhartt. He's out walking his dog, and it's like, I like to think that when he was thinking about getting a dog, he's like, what kind of dog should I get? Should I get a husky? Maybe a Malamute? Nope. I'm getting a Yorkie. So how excited are you for the Talkeetna 4th of July parade?
Pretty excited.
How are your expectations?
Super high.
We'll see. I do have to say though, I am super impressed by the amount of people that are lining the streets here for this parade. This is kind of awesome. And here we go. We are right at the start of the parade, and these guys are leading it. And the parade has officially started.
Happy holidays!
I wish I had the
This guy's not even part of the parade. He's just trying to go to work and got stuck in the parade, and they waved him in.
So this is actually pretty funny. The entire parade goes through downtown, apparently turns around somewhere, and comes back. So you actually watch the parade twice. That was loud. So we're having lunch at the Roadhouse in Talkeetna, and the episode of Man vs. Food that I was on, I will show a photo of that right here. Look, Adam sat here when he visited this.
Yep. There's one, there's two.
So obviously we talk a lot on this vlog about Sherri's coffee addiction. We're in Talkeetna, walking around this little arts market. Sherri, what happened?
Well, one of the baristas from one of my favorite coffee shops waved at me, and Adam was like,
so we're walking through the tents, and across the way from us there is this lady kind of like frantically waving. And I'm like, okay, she looks familiar, but I don't know who she is. Sherri, who is that? Sorry, I called you Harry. Sherri, who is that? And she's like, oh, that's one of my baristas from Aftershock.
I just now learned her name though.
You have a
real.
real.
So bad that I don't know her name.
You have a real problem.
No.
Sherri must get annoyed at me because I am forever asking her to do this kind of stuff. Oh, did you catch some fish, Sherri? There's a bear behind you. Are you scared? Oh.
350. I go 350 once. 350 twice. I can see him right before the trigger. 350. I got 225 over here, so 250. So 250. Okay, thank you. How about 275?
So we got a little bit of time now. We're gonna go check out the Talkeetna Historical Society Museum. Fun fact, up there on the second floor, there's actually an apartment they rent out that Sherri and I rented a couple years ago when we came to Talkeetna for a work event.
It was super cute.
It was super cute. It was a great space, great place to stay.
On the first one I saw six, I thought, oh my god, I figured I could handle it.
It's like an old miner's cabin, what the setup would have been like. This is like an iconic old school Alaskan photo. Look at that, like moose in rains. In early Alaskan days, it says people tried their best to domesticate moose and other animals, thinking that the moose could be the same as horses. That's crazy. So this is a model of Denali. So this is kind of cool. It shows the gear that the first person who summited McKinley or Denali in 1913 would have worn. You'll see, I mean, kind of basic stuff. And then this is the gear that current people who climb Denali would wear. Obviously, high tech, you know, ropes, carabiners, like everything that's, you know, yeah, you know, everything you would want to climb a 20,000 foot mountain. This, not this, this, not this. So we just finished the museum. What'd you think?
It was cool.
I thought it was cool. Great little small town museum. Talkeetna is one of those towns that played a huge role in Alaska's history. I think my favorite part probably was all of the mountaineering stuff.
Pretty interesting.
You might not know this, but Talkeetna is like the base camp for people who are going to climb Denali. So there's a lot of stuff throughout the museum about the first ascents of Denali, people who died on the mountain. I mean, everything from how they rescue people to the mountain itself. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I think it was like $3 a person to go through the museum. So that's a no-brainer for me if you're in Talkeetna. So I think we're probably about done here. What'd you think of the 4th of July parade?
It was cute.
It was cute.
It was just a small town.
I loved it. I'm really glad we came to Talkeetna. Perfect place, in my opinion, to spend 4th of July. Small Alaskan town, good food, great people, just fun community, and I think just what we wanted from the 4th of July.
Yep.
Last stop before we left Talkeetna, we bought kettle corn for the drive. How is it? It's just a little bit of kettle corn though. And actually that is the small. Why is there so much kettle corn?
Is over twice this.
That's crazy.